On the mat. Fix this here. Ooh. Okay, I just want to start by saying welcome to Sip and Luxuriate. Okay, if you are here, welcome. But one of the very first things that you must do in order to gain entry is give a thumbs up. Okay, it's free. Give that thumbs up into the party, and we're gonna have a really good kiki. Okay, because we have a lot to discuss. If you've been following me on Instagram, we've had a lot to discuss. So again, if you have gained entry into Club Sip and Luxuriate, I'm gonna need you to hit that thumbs up button, okay? And you have to tell me what it is that you're drinking, what are you sipping on, and where are you from? We gotta know where you're from, okay? Where are you from? Tell me where you're from, and we have a lot to talk about. Okay. Oh, and my drink, y'all are gonna die. When you see, I put a Mango Pops icicle into my drink. So let me just tell y'all, this is the Chloe's Mango Pops, 60 calories per popsicle. And I put it in the drink. You can see it's melting. Instead of like doing like ice, or like, granted my wine was chilled, but I put the Chloe's Ice Pops, and this is Moscato. It's Barefoot Moscato, the peach kind, and it is so good. This is so good. I put fresh peaches in here, lemon slices. This is the whole vibe. So on today, I really wanted to talk to y'all. Hey girl, hey Pink, loving these Sip and Luxuriate videos. Thank you so much. And hey from Toronto, KN. Hey, hanging with me from Georgia. Okay, how you doing out in Georgia? What's going on over there? Good evening, dear. Sipping on ice water. Love from Barbados. Your drink looks lovely. Thank you so much. Fresh peaches. Okay, I told y'all when we drink, we're gonna put fresh fruit in our drinks from here on out, just to zhuzh it up. So I wanted to know, I want you guys to first let me know, like, what are some ways that people influenced your idea or your perception of femininity? What did your parents, specifically your mother or your grandmother, what did they show you? What did they demonstrate? Or how did they express femininity? Because can you really define femininity? Is that fair, or are we teetering on the line of it being divisive? I want y'all to give me a good word. Again, I appreciate everybody hitting that thumbs up button. I know y'all should be tapping it a little bit more. Tap tap. Hey from Philly, what's the name? Shauna's Place. Erica is in the building. We love to see it. Hey Miss Thing, love these live editions from Madison, Alabama. How you doing, girl? So, you are wearing that hair. Thank you so much. Now I want you guys to talk to me. Like, I think femininity has been becoming like a really big topic here on YouTube, and I think the ways in which we are assigning the qualities, the characteristics, particularly the look, I think we have to be very careful, because is it fair to say that femininity is a look? Do you have to have a specific look in order to be feminine? And if so, what does that look like? Femininity, you know, ultra feminine, Southern belle, feisty, female, Madam-esque. I'm from New Orleans. Okay, New Orleans. So ultra feminine, Southern belle, feisty, female. It's not a look, but rather a vibe. The way my mother carried herself and her ability to read without even raising her voice, and so many more. Okay. Okay. Hey Pink, you look so pretty. Thank you, Sunilda. Wilma Johnson is in the building. Okay. Let me put this lemon in the drink. My mother was big on being well put together and ladylike. What is well put together though? Like, I wanna know, like, tell me more about what put together is. Like, what is that look? Are we like trying to get the girls to move into this realm of like super polished, name brand, everything, you know what I'm saying? Everything tagged on Instagram. Like, what are we going for? Are we going for something Hill House vintage? I love her. You guys know. I love Hill House vintage. To me, she represents like old money. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's money sitting on the hill. Like, that's what she gives me. And then you have some very different interpretations. You know, people could also look at Oprah and say Oprah is her as her presentation, and like, is femininity to be assigned to like wealth? Like, what is that? What is that? Fresh, clean clothes, perfume, hair done. You don't need designers to be feminine. Girl, I promise. I just poured me a glass of Roscato Red. Love the vibe, girl. Love your content. Keep it coming. I learned how to do my own crochet style from you. Thank you so much, Queen Vita. Hey from Puerto Rico, sis. I watched mom and grandma be quite quiet storms. I learned from big sis to be classy and sweet. And you know what? I think it's so important to really start to unpack like that demure, like that feminine edge, that being sweet, that being sensitive, being gentle. Do you look at other women differently if they don't embody those attributes, those qualities? Like, are you more like more inclined to be distant with them? What is the clothes clean, smelling good, no wrinkles, and not too revealing? I was a preacher's kid. Okay, so that's interesting. So for me, I, for one, because this is something that it's something that has always bothered me, is that sometimes women will label you based on the clothes that you wear. Everybody knows I don't like clothes. Like, that's a big thing for me. Like, if I could be in a robe or a little piece of lingerie for like all the time, that's how I would be. I don't like clothes. I think they're very like, you know, they're just so restrictive, and they stick to you. I don't like clothes, and if I am wearing clothes, it's always something flowy. You guys can see every week I'm in a robe of some sort because I just like to flow. And I know in college I wore very not so modest clothing, and you get a lot of different looks, and you get, you know, people believe that you're one way, but you're not. You just, if you're someone like me, you don't like clothes. I personally don't. It depends on each woman and how they were raised, but I can be cool with women as long as they're not judgmental, especially of other women. My mother physically and aesthetically feminine with the hair, nails, clothes, but mentally and emotionally no game whatsoever. Well, what do you mean? Okay, MP, I want you to unpack that. That was good. I want you to unpack that. And don't be afraid to like join the conversation. That's what we're here for. We're here to kiki. Hey, Pink. I wouldn't look at another woman differently for choosing to present herself differently than me. I believe in live and let live. And you know what? I like that. I like that. But one of the things that the femininity YouTubes that I have seen on here always show dark-skinned women as what? As what? What does that mean? As what? So, as what? Yeah, I don't know what you mean by as what. But, oh, in a negative light. Let me make sure that was... Okay, so the femininity YouTubes that I've seen on here always show dark-skinned women as in a negative light. I wouldn't agree. I mean, but it depends on what you're consuming, because again, let's keep in mind that the algorithm is paying close attention to the things that you pay attention to. So what you're seeing is the system recognizing what you take, you know, when you take a liking to, what you engage with more. So, I mean, for what I see a lot of content that is inclusive, but there is more of a focus on women who are of a deeper complexion, because we need to be very, very open and honest about issues of colorism within the community. We need to be very frank, be very direct, in that there are certain negative connotations just surrounding being of a deeper complexion. And if you guys have any experience in that, definitely speak to that. I am someone who, my sister is of a deeper complexion than me. I think my brother is a deeper, everybody. And so I grew up around like a myriad of like different complexions, and I grew an appreciation for them and not judging people based on like the hue of their black skin. And so some of the reason why there's so much focus on support, empowerment, and engagement for women of color who are of a deeper complexion is because that representation has not always been there. And there is this sort of like lingering like message or overriding theme of aggression, you know, with a more deeper hue, of a deeper complexion. And we need to speak to that, because my sister, who's of a deeper complexion, her experience as a black woman is very different from mine, and we have both acknowledged that. As a dark-skinned woman, I always hated "you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl." I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Like, I don't. And you know what? Here's the thing. Here's a big thing. We can always get in a space of calling people ignorant, especially when they're not, when they don't have the range. Like, if someone doesn't have the range, don't be afraid to call people in the range that they don't have. And so when someone speaks to you, I mean, I wouldn't even engage with that person anymore. I'd be like, you know what, clearly we're on two different levels. You're ignorant, and I'm not here for it. And we cannot engage. And you know, you can articulate yourself as such. I hate those backhanded compliments. You know what, people do the sandwich compliments, the backhand compliments, and you know what, be careful of the level that you allow yourself to you know, come down to, because sometimes people are very low vibrational, and you don't have to stick around for that. You don't have to engage that, and it's not at all important. I don't judge. I appreciate femininity in all forms, and I think that's very important. And femininity doesn't have a specific look. It doesn't have a specific sound. It doesn't have a specific walk. And I need us to be like a lot more clear about adapting the idea, the concept of femininity, so that it is suitable for many different women. You know, like, let's open it up. Let's make it more inclusive. It's not like this exclusive sort of like elite club where you have to look a certain way. But come on. I am the darkest of my sisters, so I am familiar with the microaggressions. People would say they were pretty, but tell me I was smart. Oh, and you know what? Wow. Oh, word. And so how did that play on your confidence? Like, what does that mean to you? And I think it's such a delicate situation, especially when you are a black woman of a deeper complexion, and you have firsthand encounters with that microaggression, and then you have a daughter. So what are you pouring into your daughter to make sure that you create a very safe space where, you know what I'm saying, when issues like that arise, she's armed with the education, the intellect, the verbiage, to get somebody together and let them know, you know what I'm saying, that's not something we tolerate, even though that can be very, very challenging, especially with children growing up in today, because people are just, ugh. I am the lightest of my siblings, and they told me in my adulthood I am the lightest of my siblings, and they told me in my adulthood that affected them growing up. Wow. You know what? A word. Y'all in here, give it a word. Hair by Karen said, growing up in my family, the lighter skinned siblings got teased more, and I didn't like it. They were sad. They weren't darker, and it hurt their confidence growing up. Okay, so I know Hair by Karen, for one, is you have, you're Haitian, correct? And so you probably have, did you grow up in Haiti? Or let the people know, because that's something that I would like to address. Very good. And again, if you are in Club Sip and Luxuriate, if you want entry, it requires 1 like. Hit that thumbs up button if you like the Kiki, because we're going to get deeper into this. Okay. Moving to another country in which dark skin is celebrated did wonders for my mental health. Okay, so where are you? Where are you currently located? Because that's big. Yes, Haitian, born and raised in Brooklyn. Okay, okay. Moving, let me see. I felt good about being smart, but wanted to be pretty too. My mom tried to make me love my brown skin and told me I was pretty, but the world was saying something else. Wow. So wait, is it that you want like an outside recognition that you are pretty? Is that what you were looking for? Was there validation at home? Because, and I know that it's important in media, especially because that is, especially now, that is what kind of rules in how we see the world. And so what images did you see growing up? Like, what images do you see now? And can you like compare and contrast the two? Because that's key. Like, do you feel like your parents did a job in where you feel whole enough to where even if the outside world isn't recognized or isn't, you know, recognizing your beauty to the standard of which you view, you know, beauty, what was that exchange? Older family members tended to favor lighter kids in my experience. Oh, you know, but this is something that I will say, and this is like not even like related to femininity, but this is something that still goes on in my family, like that whole issue of like good hair. I wish people would retire that phrase. It is so annoying. What is good hair? I thought we were after healthy hair. I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? And like, I hate that some members of my family still even, you know, think to use that word, that phrase rather. I felt like maybe she was just saying that because I was her daughter. Wow. Shows like A Different World helped me see black beauty, and it helped when I was coming of age. Okay, Imperfect. And A Different World was quite a show, and it showed the spectrum. It showed success at different levels, at different ages, at different experiences in life, and it showed it through the lens of lighter complexion, is medium complexion even fair to say, and of a deeper complexion. I did like the imagery I seen of that show. In Haiti, bigger people were recognized as prestige and better, but honestly, I hated that my community did that. Okay, Eves, I need you to speak more. We need to speak more. I like how you just did that. So it is very much a big thing. So a friend that I knew, she's from Tanzania, and where she's from, the more weight that you have, the more, I don't, you know, like the more voluptuous you are, especially with the women, that is a sign of wealth. And here, the boys and girls just generally associate that with like poor health. And so that's interesting. And being of a bigger size, or identifying as plus size is not something that is as widely celebrated, but we are working towards it. And a lot of the people I follow on Instagram, I am so honored to even have them grace my feed, because we need that imagery. We need to see women of all shapes and sizes, colors and hues. I was always the darkest in my family, but my mother tried her best to reinforce my confidence, but going to school outside of my district with mostly lighter students put a toll on it. And I know that's right. And especially when you're going to a school where you don't see much of you, it can be very damaging to your identity and your self-esteem, because where is that safety? Like, where do you feel that bit of safety is really important. We need to celebrate all, but also be aware of our health. I was always the only black kid in my class for a long time. Ooh, girl. I remember when I changed school districts, and so it went from being all black, and then it went from being literally, it was like 2 black people, 2 to 3 maybe even 4 black people in the class, and the rest were white. It took me a while to understand there's a different standard of beauty in the States. Yes, very true. I have had to school some folks in these last years, and they have learned not to just grab my hair. Okay, yeah, yeah. The hair is a very big problem. You know what I'm saying? Even if we can folk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still don't think it's appropriate for anyone to come up and touch my hair. Okay, I mean, unless you my mother. You know, she might see something and she go grab it. My aunts, something, they might see something, grab it. My sisters, you know what I'm saying? That's what that's about. But invading someone's personal space is definitely off limits. Shoot, I love my chocolate color. I love my smooth skin. That's right. I hated being a light-skinned black woman, too light for the black people and too dark for the Hispanics. Ooh, that's a different perspective. I hated being light-skinned. I hated being a light-skinned black woman, too light for the black people and too dark for this. What my mother used to talk about, my mother is lighter than me. And I believe, yeah, the lightest of all of her siblings. And literally, the commentary that people had, just a direct correlation between, like, the lack of education, their ignorance surrounding, like, genetics, how complexion, I mean, if it's in the blood, it can show up now, it can show up later, you know what I'm saying? I used to be darker because I was always outside. People said stay inside so you don't get too dark. Okay, that's a big thing. So I've had friends who literally say that they don't like being in the sun. What is everybody's thoughts about that? What is everybody's thoughts about that? Because, like, I went to Vegas with someone and she was so adamant about not being out in the sun. And me, y'all know I love a good tan. And so I literally had to change my entire, like, you know, moving around because she didn't want to be in the sun. She was of a deeper complexion. She was, I would say, not quite like Nima Tang, but maybe a little bit lighter, just to give you guys like a representation. Girl, you are enough. Yep, that's right. And let's tell everybody, you were enough. You are enough. You were enough. You are enough, and you will be enough. And that's that. I used to believe that staying out of the sun. You know, so what? But what is that? What is that? The whole idea of staying out of the sun. What is that? What is that? What is that? I don't. It's like, I love the sun, and I wear SPF. Just okay, everybody wear their SPF. Let's speak to that. I was the only girl in my class. I think it's problematic. The sun provides vitamin D, and as people of color, we need to be exposed to more of it to be healthy. Okay. Okay. I love your hair and your videos. Thank you, Teresa. Avoiding sun equals not wanting to tan even darker than I am. We were told not to get too black, hence avoiding the sun. And so who echoed that? Like, who in your life reinforced that? Like, was it your parents? Was it your aunts, your uncles? Like, who kind of like ingrained that into your psyche? Like, I want to know. Being a dark-skinned black woman is my superpower. Okay, come in with the energy. At the same time, I teach self-love to my kids who are very light. Okay, and self-love is something that I want everyone to be able to love themselves, because you are worthy of love. You are worthy of loving yourself, period. That's just that. I had a coworker ask me once if black people tan. I had no words for her, and that's good. In those situations, you could just walk away. You know what I'm saying? Just walk away. We have a lot of unlearning to do when it comes to complexion, but I'm glad the combos are happening, most definitely. But to get back on the topic, I just want to say, because we could segue, I want us to be careful about our interpretations of femininity, how we enforce the messages and sort of the perception of what femininity is, because then we teeter into the world of being divisive, and it becomes competitive in a sense, because if you don't embody this, then you're not seen as feminine, and femininity is not one size fits all. Okay? Okay? Now, what are some feminine traits that you believe that you have? What are some feminine traits? Okay? What are some feminine traits? What are some masculine traits that you believe that you have? Because I do believe femininity has every right and can be balanced. It can be balanced in that, whereas you are strong-minded, you are dominant, but you also have the ability to be collaborative. You also, did I say physical? I said your feminine traits or your masculine traits. I think I'm a good nurturer. Boom. And so one of the things to tie everything together, because if you're a nurturer, you can pour into your children. If you are whole, if you are mentally, emotionally, spiritually healthy and sound, you can pour into your children or your family members, your loved ones, your friends who are around you. You can pour in this overall like message and overriding theme of love, self-confidence, esteem, humility. Okay? You could teach them to be strong. The importance of being independent, but also allowing a person to take care of you. I think so many, like women, black women especially, sometimes that allowing a man or whomever your partner, just allowing your partner to take care of you. You don't allow them to do what it is that they want to do because you're so self-sufficient, you're self-reliant, but you can allow someone to pour into you, because you are already whole. It's not that you're looking to them to build you up in that sense, because you are complete within yourself. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the girls think about this whole 50-50, like where he's 50%, I'm 50%, and we come together and we make 100%, and that's we left. You know what I'm saying? That's old news. That's what the people were saying, a while back. But now we want to be 100% whole within ourselves. I think logic is a feminine trait, contrary to popular belief. Okay, period. Because let me tell you something. What's your name? Topi? I really like that you said that, because the thing is, in these households, women be running things. Okay, they be the mind. They are the mind behind the machine, and we need to give women a little bit more power, because you know what, you could just sprinkle a little something in his ear, and you know what, you light that fire and you get all that you need. Yes, we need to focus more on interdependence. Yes. You both gotta put in 100% for real in order to grow. I know I ran things in my marriage. Now I'm doing even better alone. Now here's the thing. It's not that you want to run things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not such that you're calling all of the shots. You are appointing certain tasks. You're delegating. That's not what we're getting at. You know what I'm saying? Be able to relax into your role. Be able to, and that's another thing, just being able to relax. Not feeling as if you have to protect, and that's what I'm saying. Getting into these relationships or dealing with persons who afford you a certain level of protection, who afford you a space of protection and safety, like, so that you can actually relax. What if, you not being able to fully relax in your relationship is a direct consequence of you not trusting your partner? I think I said a word. Do you not trust their ability to provide, to execute, to get things done? What is it where you feel you have to overcompensate? Did I say it? Did I get it? Hey sis, how you doing? Hey Oni. Yes, you did. I'm just saying. I really want to know what, you know what I'm saying? Because if you have to call all the shots, if you are the breadwinner and you are the one budgeting all of the money, you can't sleep because you have to oversee everything. You have to account for every cent. And what does that look like? What does that mental exhaustion begin to look like? How does it present on the outside? And so I know what that looks like, because I was in a household where the woman was the breadwinner. And so what does that look like? Dominant all of the time, not able to relax, not able to relax. And you were always in a position of, you feel like you have to do. You are the one who is producing the results. You are the one who is making sure that things get done. You are in the position of executing. You don't relax. Your mind doesn't relax. It doesn't relax. If you are the strength, if you are the backbone in your relationship, in your marriage, holding things together, very little room to relax. And that mental exhaustion, because you'll be in your mind more than you are present. Oh, girl, that's hot. I done did something right there. Okay. Does everything have to be about a man? God, it always circles back to a man. Okay, well, listen. I spent a good 20 plus minutes centering women. 20 plus minutes centering women. And I like to tie things together because more than, one thing could be true at a time. And so what I like to do is to address everything. Because I have people in here who are partnered, who are married, who are in a position to begin putting themselves out there. Why not arm them with the tools? Why not have a discussion? Why not create a healthy environment? That's what we're about at Sip and Luxuriate. Now, we have roles in a relationship. People don't keep a line of communication. And that's important. A line of communication is very, very important. Auntie Pink, one of your videos hit me hard where you talked about your value and how your standards are high because of what you feel like you bring. Helped me in my marriage. Now, let's be clear. When I talk about what it is that I possess, like the skills, the knowledge, all of that thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to lead with, I am this, I have a degree, I have this, and I'm not like reading off my resume to anyone, because you know what? I mean, unless it's a collaboration opportunity, like, you know what I'm saying? Because then we could talk number of stats and results. But I'm not, even with friends, I'm not leading with my assets. I'm not leading with, you know what I'm saying? I want to be who I am. If that resonates with you, if you gravitate towards that, let's work towards it. And then we can begin to see through action, because if you're about that action, who you are, in essence, should be visible. What is a feminine role in a relationship versus marriage? Well, what is a feminine role in a relationship versus a marriage? So, okay, so because we got to be careful, because some people, they do the whole relationship thing and they do like the living with the partner thing. So like, I need you to define the distinctions between relationship and marriage, because then I can help you, because I got to know where you're at, then I can tailor the information to your needs. I'm enjoying your words of wisdom, because I was called all kinds of names. I am just learning, and I bought some of the wigs. Thanks for the heads up. Okay, thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you tuning in. I now know I can do it alone, but I don't have to. If I find someone to come alongside and do it with me, I'm down, but I'm going to date and have fun. I believe it. Have fun. Multi-date, we are now speaking more to that narrative. We are talking more about dating multiple people, having options, because you can have options. You can date with a purpose and have options. And I want people to speak more to that, because sometimes we glamorize like dating with a purpose, not also including the fact that multi-dating has a purpose, and that you learn more of who you are, as well as the types of personalities and people that you will encounter. Because you will meet narcissists on your journey. You will meet people who gaslight you. You will meet people who are manipulators. You will meet people who intend to exploit you. You will meet people who are masterminds. And if you are underdeveloped mentally, if your eye is not trained, if your ear is not fine-tuned, you will miss all of that. I date multiple, but I'm not sleeping with them. That way I do not get things complicated. And that's the thing. So for some people, there is a struggle in that they will develop an emotional connection as a result of having an intimate relationship with whomever they're dating. If you know that that is an issue for you, if you know that there's an attachment that you may have to a person emotionally, I'm not speaking to like soul ties, because we got to be careful with that, but if you find that you develop an emotional connection as a result of something stemming from like your formative years, your younger years, because that's what that's all about. Your attachment style to people is a direct correlation to like your upbringing. So you got to examine more of how you were brought up, the messages and the representations of attachment that mirrored your own, or what caused you to develop your own type of attachment. So if you don't believe that you can be out here multi-dating and maybe introduce casual sex, don't do it. Allow your head to allow yourself to keep a clear head, sound mind. And honestly, I'm such a huge proponent of like making sure that a person invests in you before, just way before the whole physical thing. Hey honey, how you doing? Leah, Pink, you're speaking to my soul tonight. Karmic relationships, woo, speak about it. Okay. So like if you find that you are in a position where you have like these you're dependent upon other people, you have like an attachment style that is so strong that it causes you to cling to a person, I need you to examine like your childhood. What did you see? Because the same thing, like when we talk about emotional eating, like how did you learn to develop that? What did you see? What was around you? Because those things are a direct correlation. I'm great. I am glad I was able to catch you at this time. Yes, thank you, Leah. I am the homemaker. I center my adventurous husband, keeping him from doing too much. I'm late, but I'm here, honey. I know that's right. Thank you for coming in. That cling potency can change over time. It can. And so I think, and like I said, I tell you guys all the time, you have to be so much more aware of who you are when you do start to multi-date. Because then if you are not mentally strong enough, you will put yourself in a position where someone is telling you who you are and you become who that person believes that you should be. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because the mind games of it all, like, and if you are not mentally and emotionally strong enough, you can put yourself in a very like mind altering and just emotionally challenging situation. So I want you guys to be out here operating clear head. Don't just stay on YouTube, put your head in some books, okay? Because one of the things that I want to tie this back to my whole femininity thing is sometimes I believe the girls are speaking so much to the physical attributes of what femininity is because they can't promote the habit, the routine of acquiring knowledge because they themselves aren't well read. So I want you all to make it a habit of reading, educate yourself. Like there's a wealth of knowledge out there, and the worst thing that you can do is navigate this entire world, not even just with respect to dating, but just navigating the world with such a narrow-minded view and like a narrow scope of the world, because you can't critically analyze people because your depth of knowledge is not there. So femininity for me is about centering myself, prioritizing myself, being very knowledgeable, because my knowledge is my power, okay? I'm gonna speak to that. My knowledge is my power. That's how I get you together, or I tell you to leave me alone. You get what I'm saying? But let's be smart. Like, let's promote more reading. You know what I'm saying? If you click the links in the description box, I linked my Instagram, the hair tutorial, and I hope I linked it right. And I also linked a very important video, a TED Talk by Kimberly Crenshaw, that I want you all to get into. If you want to know more about intersectionality and like how it impacts the Black woman experience when we were speaking about things of femininity and feminism is so important. I don't believe that I am included in feminism, and I don't believe that Black women are appropriately recognized within that group. And so I'm leaning more towards the womanist and womanism, because it centers around the wholeness of the community and like humanity. And so that's speaking a little bit more to what I, because, and that centers, Alice Walker's by definition is integrating that intersectionality of race, Black women, race and gender. And so that speaks more to something that I can relate to, and that I want the girls and whomever is watching this, anybody who's watching this, like however you choose to identify, make sure that the group of which you are belonging to represents entirely what you see in yourself and what you see in the world around you. Because feminism, I'm not, because how many percentage of them women voted for this president? Please don't confuse soul ties with the inability please don't confuse soul ties with the inability to be emotionally, okay. You know, I be trying to fix y'all out. My grandmother used to quote that song, I may not be a lady, but I'm all woman. Okay. You are so beautiful. Hair by Karen, is that for me? Were you saying that for me? Thank you. Girl, you bring me back to grad school. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. And I do want to say this. I want to give a big shout out to Tiana Empowers. I believe that's her YouTube channel. You know, I stand for a girl who reads. Not reads as in shade, but who reads and can help get the girls together. Because I think a lot of what's lacking in this conversation is literature, supplemental reading. Whenever I come to the girls trying to give a little bit of a word, I'm going to have something cited in my description box. You can't forward a message if you don't know its origin. Come on, somebody. I don't know. You're slaying tonight. Thank you. Tiana brought up great points. She definitely did. And it's just, what I'm understanding is that if we continue to let femininity center around the physical, do you as a woman just want to center your identity around how you look? Because isn't that what we were trying not, like, it's getting me like, because the messages are contradictory in essence. So I think it needs to be more of a conversation, and it's okay. And let me tell you something, if this is the first time I am, you know, good night, well said. Thank you, Jackie. No more shading each other. Wait, I didn't read that. A beauty Nubian queen like yourself. I don't even know what. As quiet as it's. Hold on. We should say as quiet as it's kept. Men of means don't like dense women. Ooh. Let me tell you something. Here's the thing. Because it depends on like where are you going to meet these people? Because is it a nice lounge that you're at where you're meeting these people? Are you going to, you know, the country club? What like, are we reading the room? Because if you come talking to somebody of substance about like Instagram, nothing too worldly, you could walk yourself right into a position or a role that doesn't even suit what you really want. I really love these lives. You are always dropping gems. You are helping me get myself together through this quarantine, okay? Because once this quarantine is over, the girls have every bit of capacity to be sharp. You know what I'm saying? The whole, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, I hear so many people talking about quarantine is like a great time to like meet people and like date, because there's no pressure to go out and like meet them, so you can get to know them like more, like through the phone. And like I told y'all, we hanging up the phone calls in 2020. We not really texting back. What are we doing? We're not having pen pals. We don't promote pen pals. We don't do this all day. What is that? I can lie. I could be like, oh my God, I'm in court. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Whole time lying. You know, oh my God, I just got pulled over. I don't know if I'm gonna make it out. You know what I'm saying? You can lie. Like, so drop that call. Hang up 2020. I've been told y'all. You already know. And one thing, you should be able to differentiate like someone who is of substance and someone who just talks of substance that they do not embody. You get what I'm saying? Like I told y'all in the last live, there's some people who don't even know what 6 figures means. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure that we're getting with the right crowd, the crowd that actually knows what it's about. Okay, talking about some 6 figures is not that much. Help us. I spoke with someone and she said, as long as I look good, I can get a man. Okay, but let me tell you something. She's not all the way lying. And you got to be honest about that. The type of man, what type of man is she looking for? Okay, because you can, of course you can get a man, but you know what? Do you want to be one of many? Do you want to harness that feminine energy and like have him so, you know, stressed that he's like, oh my God, I can't. He's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Bob gonna be on the phone with Bill like, you know what, Bill? It's something about her, you know? She's just different. I mean, we went out for like 2 or 3 dates, but like, my gosh, Bill, I need her in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to have a Bob stressed out? You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how he can just stay in your life. You know what I'm saying? Stress him out. You may get a man with looks, but can you keep one with looks alone? Bob and Bill, okay? I love Bob and Bill. They always come to mind. Bob and Bill. What do you do if you meet a guy, he seemed of good substance, you slept with him, and he starts to change? Well, why did you sleep with him? Did you want to? Like, did you like really genuinely want to? And if you wanted to, did you genuinely go through the consequences or the realities that you may not talk to him beyond that? Like, you got to play every scenario in your head. If you're going to have sex with somebody, okay, that's your decision. I hope you are being smart. You are protecting yourself. Y'all should have gotten, I'm promoting, like, getting tested before you have sex. So if you know his status, he knows your status. If you went through every possible scenario, if I have sex with this man, he may not call me back. Did you make peace with that? Because it sounds to me like maybe you didn't make peace with that. If you're going to do something, be unapologetic about it. Own it. But I hope it teaches you a lesson. I hope it teaches you a lesson. Beauty and intelligence equals power. I know that's right, Maria. We here, girl. Yes, stress him out. Keep those legs closed unless he earned it big time. And you know what? Here's my thing. Oh, so he's too clingy. Okay, you should have said that. You see, you set it all up all different. Is it that he's too clingy, or are you too clingy? You trying to set it up so I don't know? If any party is too clingy, that's something you should have went through in your mind, like if I have an intimate relationship with this person, it could go one of two ways. He can be detached or he could become very clingy. And then you have to establish boundaries. Boundaries. Okay? Because one of the things about femininity that I believe is powerful is knowing your boundaries, and so that you can articulate them to people who you encounter, so that there is no room for someone to play you. That teetering and tottering, being indecisive, not knowing what you want, like, you know what I'm saying, being in the middle. Be firm about your boundaries. Also knowing the difference between net income and come on somebody, she said knowing the difference between gross and net income. The boys and girls don't know. Help them. No, hold on. We have to stop doing wife things at girlfriend prices. Ugh. Got that from Judge Lynn Toller. Okay. No, I left from seeing him and he called me wanting to FaceTime. So it sounds to me like if, okay, so you're typing this, so your mind recognizes this, your eyes recognize this, it's speaking through your hands. So what, if you have boundaries and you know them, you can articulate them, and you can shut it all down. We can't get enamored with people who are caught up onto us. That's not, again, this is all a result of like a sexual connection. You know what I'm saying? Switch the energy up. That's not something I would too much entertain. You know what I'm saying? Clingy is not attractive. Simple solution, hang up, don't answer. Period. 2020, we don't date people without savings or emergency funds. Okay. Okay. You said it. I agree. That's important. Very important. Withholding the goodies will bring out a man's intentions every time. Ooh, what do we think about that? So basically what you're saying is abstaining from sex will, over time or in due time, reveal a man's true intentions. Men have types. You can look good to any man. As much as I think that men say that they have a type, sometimes I'll be like, is it the type that they tell their boys, or the type that they like actually pursue? Because sometimes it'd be a little different. Well, every man want the goods, of course. They especially want it when they don't gotta work for it, when it's free. I mean, be careful out here. The Jamaican waited for 8 months and was a crazy case. Dating with a purpose still doesn't mean playing wifey. Save something for the real husband. Child, these married men are so bold. Shaking my head. Oh my God. Married men really be out here, whole families to the side, to the back, in secret that you don't know anything about. It's a mess. I hear men lie for the long game. So I don't know. You know what? That's why I encourage people to, if you don't have the mind for like strategy, if you don't have the ability to stay like quick on your feet, like you're not witty, I would say take some time for yourself until you can like really master reading people, being quick on your feet, because that's how you get played out here. Somebody will say something that you like, they'll notice that your eyes get a little bit wider, they get a little bit more glassy, or you smile, or you kind of like unclench your jaw, your shoulders relax. They'll take note of all of that, and they'll say more of that, and they'll continue to watch how you respond. You might not be saying anything, but the person that you're on the date with is watching you. They have a trained eye. And see, sometimes we're still trying to understand ourselves And that's why we can't understand the people that we're on these dates with, okay? He saw that you liked what he said. He saw that. He saw that you relaxed your shoulders when he said, you know, those things. He's paying attention to the body language. I think women forget that there are red flags. I don't believe that. I believe that sometimes people in general have a habit of disregarding red flags because of the temporary feelings. Like, you know, he said this, but like, I had such a great time on the date. You get what I'm saying? You will always get signs and red flags, but I didn't see that. You will always get signs and red flags, but you have to pay attention. We have the tendency to overlook things for the experience. Be aware of those red flags, okay? Women have tendencies of explaining away red flags. Ooh, a word. Very, very key. And so, what's one red flag that you overlooked on your dating experience? For me, can we be real here? Better catch the yellow flags first, okay? Yeah, because it's not always just red. Sometimes, you know, they come in yellow. They come in yellow, then it starts to transition into that red flag. But you missing the yellow, so you don't even see it. Men be waiting to trick you. My husband seduced me and then got me preggers. Can we go with that? Underlying anger. What's a red flag? What's a red flag that I've overlooked? Oh, I told y'all in another live stream. What did I tell y'all? When a person says that they don't like when they have like a negative attitudes towards like working hard or like working smarter, which sometimes in certain periods and certain seasons may come off as working hard, but like when someone doesn't like difficulty, they don't like challenges that ultimately can help to make you better if you ride it out, like listen to those, because that's key. Like, people are telling you when things get hard, they're gonna walk away from you. That's what they're telling you. Like, when people don't like challenges, when they don't like hard things, when they don't like things that they can't master quickly, because if you can master it quickly, you can manipulate it even quicker. Ooh. Okay? And so when they don't like challenges, when they don't like them, when things get difficult, they are more likely to abandon ship. They're gonna just walk away. Know thyself, most important knowledge, okay? He divulged too much information too soon, hoping to bond via past trauma. Wow. Yeah, don't entertain that. Don't entertain that. You could be 110% like empathetic, but from a far distance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you have no obligation, like, you have no obligation to call someone back. You have no obligation to text them back. You have no obligation to continue the communication. I am 100% of the belief, according to my notes, that you can be caring, but you can also be assertive in that you don't have to tolerate certain things, so you can remove yourself from the space because this person is trying to overwhelm you with like information that is so heavily tied to either trauma, some emotional disruption. You don't need to be included in that. That's not for you to help them unpack, because why does the person believe that so early on you are capable of helping them like navigate their emotions and their feelings? No, absolutely not. Hold on, I gotta get my wine. Okay, I'm back. Okay, just so y'all know, this is what I'm drinking. Barefoot Moscato. Can y'all see that? This is the peach. I put some peaches and this together just so we're good. Okay, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, because it's looking a little stingy up in here. It's 110 people in here and 78 likes. Come on. Let's speak to it. That looks yummy. It is so good. I'm telling you, put these ice pops, well, these mango pops into the wine instead of, like, you know, of course chill it, but put the pops in there. Ooh. This is so good. Stella Rose Black is Magnificent Pink. Y'all have given me so many recommendations. I'm gonna just lose my head. I'm gonna get some things, but you know, I want to slow down on the wine for June, so I may be drinking smoothies during some of these lives. You know what I'm saying? Like smooth, maybe getting like some cold pressed juice and like putting some seltzer, some sparkling water in it. Ooh, we could do that. Okay, I think it's important to find out how the mother treated the men in childhood. There's too many men with mommy issues. So my issue with that is, here's my thing. Anybody can have the capacity to have mommy issues. That's not the problem. What is their likelihood or their commitment to getting help? So how many people are committed to their healing journey? I think that's the better question, because you can have mommy issues, but did you work with a licensed mental health professional to help grow beyond that hurt, that upset, that trauma cycle that has been like going on in your life? Like, it's not so much that you need to be aware of that up front. It's to be more aware of the fact that this person is committed more to healing and has actively pursued it or will pursue it. A lot of people got mommy issues. Sis, that ain't it. Add a little 1800 in your smoothie. It is good. Girl, I just told you I was trying to stop. I'm trying to stop the alcohol. If anyone likes tequila, I'm drinking Mi Campo Reposado. It's new and it's good. Okay. Smoothies and alcohol is the one. You know what, girl? How you doing, Sharon? I don't do mommy issues. If you're trying to pull me into that, man, heal thyself, not my job. Okay. Well, you know what? Kombucha is also very good too. Another red flag. He looks to you for healing. He looks to you for his healing. Let me say something real quick, girl. So I'm bear with me. I'm about to like try to get this together, but I'm gonna need y'all to like stick with me. So in dating a man who had mommy issues, right? He felt a little bit inadequate, which I was able to recognize. But in him feeling inadequate, he was very giving. It was like, I value you, so I'm going to give to you. And you know me, so you know I was younger, and I'm like, wow, he's very giving. Like, I'm talking giving me credit cards, debit cards, PIN numbers, keys to the crib. I could come and go as I please. So my thing is to my ladies out there, be strong and be smart, be better than me. Just because someone has those mommy issues, those feelings of inadequacy and like feeling incompetent, and so they overcompensate in areas where they feel they are more responsible, they have more control, more power. Be careful of that. Not to say that there was like an issue of like a power dynamic. It was very much he invested like big time. It's just, girl, don't stay in those situations, okay? Don't stay. If you can hear anything from me, I would say don't stay in those situations. You know what I'm saying? If you what I will say is, you know what I'm saying, be positive, create distance. If you could get like a student loan paid off, or you know what I'm saying, a couple months rent, you know what I'm saying, but still all while creating that distance, you know what I'm saying, because actions make the heart grow fonder, amen. So just do what you can, if you catch my drift. That's the pulling, yeah. I love your hair. Oh my God, thank you so much. Did anybody do anything for Memorial Day? Bro, I mean, I'm saying it like we can go outside. They become crazy, LOL, and stalkerish. Be safe, sis. You know what? You ain't never lied. You never lied. Insecurities, man, we cannot fix that. Yes, I think you're very much true. You're very much right in that. But you know what? I hope that, you know, you all, just as much as we have things to say about men as far as their healing, you know, it's very important for, you know, us to still do the work. We still have a responsibility to take care of our own traumatic experiences and our own, you know, traumatic past that we may, you know, be dealing with. Cooking in with the kids in this COVID nation. Girl. My neighbors are having parties. I'm good, chilling. Wow, why are people having parties? Girl, wait on a line for some food for Memorial Day and braiding my hair. Oh my God. Girl, now is the time to shop. Burlington Whole Store is 50% off and Ross is practically giving away stuff for free since it's so cheap. Oh my God. Yes. You know what? I'm not even gonna hold you. What place was I looking at for clothes? Misguided. I was looking at Misguided. Ooh, they have like nice stuff. Misguided and ASOS. I'm in my yard drinking wine, listening to you. Yes, what a nice way to calm it down. I wrapped up on ASOS and Pretty Little Thing today. Okay, you did well. That's exactly why we can't be that healer therapist. We can't be that healer therapist for these men. We have our own stuff to deal with. Okay. Younger me hustled, but would oddly connect with one who was doing the same. Helped one another, but as soon as they'd get ahead, we bump heads because it seemed like their role flipped. I have a daddy. Hello. Hey, I'm late, but I'm here, y'all. How you doing? So this is just a cool and calm Kiki because, number one, I need for the girls, and I need for us to be strong. I need for us to be worldly. I need for us to be, you know what I'm saying, very much aware of who we are, so that we can tell others. Yo, this hair is like, ooh, my scalp is itching. I don't know what's going on. Y'all see me? I got ice cream. Yes. Pink, you sipping hella fast tonight. I know, right? This drink is good. These mango pops, let me see. 60 calories, 13 grams of total sugar, mango puree, lemon juice, mango, water, and cane sugar. This is good. I put this in my drink and I mixed it with this. Yes. Thank you for encouraging holistic growth for the girls. Oh my gosh, yes. And you know what? I hate to I took your advice and muddled some strawberries for my drink, and it's great. We love to see it. I hope you enjoy. Too many girls trying to be the same instead of being original. Nobody wants to be original anymore. Go on Instagram, everybody looks and acts the same. Ooh, what did Night Owl just say? What do we think about what Night Owl just said? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like the black woman's body is very interesting, where there is so much liberty and there is so much freedom to do as you want, which I do celebrate, because at the end of the day, you are to do what it is that you want with your body. However, well, I'll say, and we also have to dissect the fact that with respect to the ways in which the images of Black women's bodies are being projected, like how much of that has an influence of men. And because how you know help me. It's I think Instagram is a very different place. Instagram is a very different place from where it was a few years ago, and as you can see, the algorithm itself is going to favor, unfortunately, before lighter skin complexion Black women, it's going to be the racially ambiguous and or white women. And then you have, I mean, the less clothing, I feel like sometimes that has the capacity to circulate more. Not that I have a problem with my girls wearing whatever they want to wear, because you are, do as you please. However, I'm just talking about sometimes a lot of what you are seeing is because of the algorithm is picking up on what you engage with and what interests you, and it's showing you a direct representation of what, like the commonalities of what you see in one post. They apply that to similar posts circulating on Instagram. For me, I follow some amazing Flaws of Couture. I just follow her today. I just found her today. Girl. Who's another one? I love Now. It's like NA0. Love her. Who's another one? Help me. Ngazi. I think that's her name. Her as well. Let me see. Women now are aiming to please men and falling to the level of men. Men are very visual. It's easier to look away and catch a man's eye. Any man, much easier than actually working on yourself. Well, here's the thing. I do think that women are being very smart about capitalizing on their assets and making money from men who are, using Instagram. These girls are out here making money, and I am all for it, okay? The same men that will sit here and say this and that about Black women are so invested in OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? I say get it for what it's worth. Now, and that for that respect, do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. Sometimes I think we get mad. Don't get mad at a woman for like using her assets and understanding that if not proper use of them, but if you use them to a certain degree, you can kind of really capitalize, and you can make a coin. But you can make a coin in any way. You don't have to. Listen, we don't have to. If you don't want to pose with your ass to the camera all the time, you don't have to. If you want to pose just from the neck up, you can. That doesn't make you better than the next person, but you have those options and you have that freedom. And I do enjoy the freedom that women have now, and they are tapping more into having agency over their body and not allowing someone else to tell them how to dress and who to be. Define it by your own means, which goes back to what I was saying originally. Making sure that the messages surrounding femininity are general, are not divisive, and can be adapted for many different people and their backgrounds. I agree, use your assets, but I don't like all of the alterations. By alterations, what you mean, like surgery? You know what? I don't know how. I will say, I'm going to be honest with you. Surgery is just becoming very common. If there's something that you don't like about yourself, like I said, you have the liberty to change it, and that's happening a lot more now, which I do appreciate. If there's something that you want to feel better about, you have the ability to change it. But and in seeing it so much, that starts to become normal. So we're normalizing the idea of a particular body type, and people just by nature, because we compartmentalize things, we make associations to things. So then when we see these types of bodies, especially I'm thinking about the young Black girls who are on Instagram, because Instagram is the core base of it is not older people, and I need people to get that. It's those younger audiences, and so what they are seeing is transformations and changing of the body, and sometimes it looks the same across the board, from white women to Latinx to, you know, Hispanic to Black. It starts to look similar, and it's hard to make that distinction. And I just want to say that your body alone is good, but if you want to change it, that is your choice, and you deserve that choice. And I don't know, it's just it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. But that creates body dysmorphia disorder. Mental health is key. So body dysmorphia is a big thing, and you know what, so here's the thing. When you don't, when you are on your journey to happiness, and let's say that surgery is something that you are considering, my goal is that people are exploring every facet of improving their happiness and their health. So that mental health aspect is key, and I think that's something that is overlooked. And so sometimes people will never genuinely be happy with their body. They will always sit in this space of being discontent, or looking at themselves as if that there's something about themselves that they want to change. And if they have the means, they're going to do it. And so when we see cases like Lil' Kim, where the men around her essentially failed her because they didn't pour into her, they didn't speak positively of her features, the color of her skin, and what she saw, what was being celebrated around her, didn't look like her. So we have to keep all of those things in mind, and how that begins to play on your psyche. So we can't, and sometimes people aren't as transparent about the struggle mentally and emotionally with not feeling as if you are good enough. And if there were more dialogue about that, rather than if there was more dialogue about that in conjunction with your journey to happiness, I think we can begin to paint a different picture. We'd have a more holistic, just a more well-rounded view. Do you ever see a person and then you see their body and it does not match? And when I say see a person, I mean see them to the depths of their soul. Is deep, girl. I don't know. I don't get what you're saying. Say it for the people in the back. It's a social conditioning by the media. It's psychology. Everyone wants to fit in, and some people will conform. You know what? Here's the thing. I hate to say it, but this is definitely a trend that it could pass. And so where you have, you know, where you have people who are making changes to their body, which they are entitled to, sometimes I think surgery is about maintenance as well, because you have to maintain that investment. And so my biggest thing that I want to speak to, especially to Black women, women of color, there is nothing wrong with taking control of your physical health. I don't care if you consider yourself slim, thick, or you consider yourself plus size, or you consider yourself average, or you consider yourself active and fit. Just being active, going for a walk, going for a run, going on riding on your bike, like doing something, making that a natural part of your routine, because there's nothing wrong about doing that as well. And so we send mixed messages, like, after you get surgery and you're wearing like athletic clothing, you didn't have that before, like, so what? You know what I'm saying? Granted, you may now be in a better position, like you might feel more confident, but I want to just make sure that we're being clear in that health is not an aesthetic. You can have the body type that you want, but your blood workup, what does that look like? What pre-existing conditions do you have in your bloodline? Are you aware of that? Because no matter how good you look, you still be prone to hypertension, diabetes, be honest with yourself. I can see through the bashing. You can tell when a person changes themselves to be accepted, not for themselves. I just don't want to teeter on the lines of being judgmental, because you got to be careful. Unless like, and I don't know. So my thing is, what I don't do is I don't follow people where I put myself in a position where I'm trying to dissect what it is that they do to their body, because that's not for me to pick apart. Potentially when they speak to like a very negative light, or they like a negative representation of what health is, then maybe, but until they invite me into that world, I have to be very careful about the commentary that I have to speak on someone else's body. No, and like you guys can have your own. I never want you to feel like you can't have your own opinion, but I just want to make sure that I'm careful that speaking on someone else's body is not my goal. That's not my objective. It's just I want my girls to be healthy, running, going for a walk, just a walk. Go for a 1-2 mile walk. Do normalize fitness, like, cause you can be Gabby Fresh, Nadia, I forgot her last name. It's so hard to say, but Nadia A, like, they go on walks, they ride bikes. Like, these are people of various sizes that show that I'm active on this spectrum. It doesn't matter, and you need to see that. Like, you don't need to see like people being fit and healthy at a size 0. You need to see it across the spectrum. I can't lie, I have thought about getting boobs done. I like my body, but wouldn't mind tweaking a bit. Would never go too far though. But see, you don't know that, because you might get to a position where you want to change you want to get your breast augmentation, and you're entitled to do that. But then in getting your breast augmentation, you might realize, you know what, perhaps, a little lipo. And see, I'm just of the mindset, be very careful, because how your body is now is not how it may be later on. You can have children. Hormonal changes. Is your thyroid going to switch into hyper or hypoactive? Will that change your ability to gain weight and lose weight? There's so many things to consider, and the body change. The body is it's so marvelous, and it's so specific to every individual. So knowing your body, knowing your bloodline, and knowing your genetics, just keep it in mind. Okay, again, it's 128 people up in here, and 108 likes, right? I work out because I know my future. If I don't, Jamila, I applaud you for knowing that and taking control. I think that's responsible of you. That's you taking control of a facet of your life where you know the possible outcome if you don't take control. Live and let live, honey. Yes. True, I have 2 boys, breastfed both, no more kids, LOL, but I know what you mean. I am also afraid to lose feeling in my nips. You know what, girl? You gotta be real careful with that one, okay? Hey, girl, good night, sis. Toronto in the house. Yes, how you doing? The sweetest pea. Hey, Pooh, you look great. Thank you. I'm sipping too. Girl, this is like my second glass. Ooh. Thank you, Madam Pink. Speak the truth. Yes. I'm definitely getting a reduction because I've been wanting it. Oh my God. Like, if that's what I think, someone, I forgot her name, but she got a breast reduction. I know Alyssa Ashley got one. Do what makes you happy. That's what it's about. Like, that's what it's about. Normalize doing what makes you happy, and doing it from and operating from a space of like knowing all of the outcomes, all of your options, knowing, just how to take control of your health as a whole, not just the physical. because you got a whole inside that you got to take care of. Like there's a whole inside. Like you could have a size, what, 22 waist, but like what's your blood sugar looking like? What's your lipids like? You know, get your whole panel done. Like what does it look like? Yeah. Pink, consider Fetzer Gersh. I've never heard that. I'm gonna have to like screenshot that. You guys offer me like so many names. Like it really depends on where you go, where you get your wine. Like girl, but I will definitely take your recommendation and add it to my list. Is it dry? Is it sweet? I don't like dry. I don't like dry wines. Hey Pink, love me the look you are drinking. Yes, this is Barefoot Moscato Peach. Yes. Oh, it's a sweet dessert wine. You know I love a nice dessert wine. You know the vibes. Y'all look at what oh my god, this is it, and I'm done. I'm gonna stop. But okay, and you know what? So I want to let's what are we doing to take care of ourselves during quarantine? What are some things that we're doing that are making us feel good? Like what are we doing? Peach Moscato is best, and I'll be feeling nice. You already know. Risada Moscato is a great sweet white. Ooh, okay. I'm still working. Ooh. Meditation. Just came from a walk. Love to see it. Love to hear it. Daily walks with my dog keep me sane. Love that. Yoga. I started doing Chloe Ting's workout from YouTube. I've been hearing so much about her. I definitely checked out her app challenge. It is intense. Like to do that every day, like whoa. Detoxing, facials, exfoliation sessions, ooh, dance sessions. Yes. Okay, so I have been hour-long walks in the phone on silent. Now one thing, and you know what, since the birds are out here going crazy outside, I love just going for walks and like the birds will serenade you. Like it's the most beautiful, most calming thing. Writing poetry been very good for me. Yes. I've been writing in my journal. Look at my little journal. It has a jacket. Look at this. Ain't this cute? It was a gift. I write so much. People get me a lot of journals, so I just be writing. To be honest, during quarantine, my husband still keeps our 7 o'clock sessions. Hey. I follow influencers who got their body done, and all of them say it's psychological, and after they got their self-image, oh my god, ooh, that's a word. That's a word right there. Been growing my own veggies and herbs, getting lots of sun, reworking goals. Yes. Okay, speak. We have the cutest blue jay at my house. We have that hangs out. Yes. Yeah. Planting seeds for corn, okra, tomatoes, etc. Oh, you guys are out here. Does anybody follow Chef Risha? She's like my fave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, you know, a lot of her stuff, she's making ribs and stuff. And I can't, you know, I can't make the ribs, but still. I had a bomb burger today. I wanted some macaroni salad, but I'm not going to fret about that. But I wanted some macaroni salad, but I had a bomb. I had burgers, fries, cabbage. Ooh. So good. Try one pot chef recipes. Ooh. I've been reading some self-help books. Yes. I've been more consistent with workouts like strength training at least 5 days a week, taking 3-mile walks when the weather when the weather allows. Yes. Working on clean eating. Yes. Pink, do you have any book recommendations? the book that I'm currently reading. So if you go on my community tab on YouTube, so I do share the books that I have thoroughly enjoyed. I've started a few, what was it? Was it How to Talk to Strangers? I think it was. I'm not sure that's it, but I started a book and did not like it. It was all over the place. So that was a no. But I'm reading Between the Worlds and Me currently, and when I'm reading that book, it just feels it's so relevant to right now. And I posted a quote in my community tab from the book, and so many people have left recommendations. So I have White Fragility that's on my list. Why it's so hard for white people to talk about race. That one is coming up. Then Becoming, but I think that's a given. That's something that the boys and girls should get into. What's the next one? There was another one. I have like 3 books. I can't remember the other one. But White Fragility, Between the Worlds and Me, and there was another book. But I'll update my community tab. So the way when you guys do recommendations, I like to get into it as well. If you don't have a yard, you can do container gardening. Start writing yours, Auntie. Girl. Mochaccino, that was cute. Nice too. Journaling, phone off during walks sounds like a plan. Baking, more recipe experimentation. Yes. Hey Pink, LV in the house. I have been cooking. No more fast food even after COVID. Okay. You know what? I haven't had fast food. Hey girl, I made it. How you doing? Is that your hair? How you doing, girl? Lots of comedy. Wow, container gardening. Try 30-day water fast. Good night from St. Martin. You know what? I don't know about a water fast. Like I'm scared. Okay, so here's my thing. I've been pushing back my eating window. So literally I'll have like what, maybe, I don't know how many hours. I'm just like, I'm trying to fast for as long as I can because I'm trying to work myself into a 24-hour fast. And then I want to transition into a 3-day fast. And I got to take my time because, you know, when I'm fasting, I don't know, I'll just be in the bed. Like, that's the only way I can get, I mean, of course, it's going to be a mental thing. I really need to get stronger, like, mentally. Because I feel like I can fast as long as I know, like, there's some food involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, the food at the end of the day. But I am definitely 100% looking into juicing, and I want to get a really good juicer. Erica Faye shared her juicer on one of her vlogs, so I'm going to look into that one. I'm going to see if I want that one, like the masticating juicer, so I got to be very careful. What's the best way to fast? That's the best way to fast, to ease into it. Yes, that's why I continue to like extend my fast intervals and like shorten my eating window. So, okay, I used to wait until 12 p.m. to eat, but now I'm like, okay, boom, I'm gonna push it to 2. Okay, then boom, I pushed it to 2. I pushed it to 2. Okay, let's see, can I do 3? And then I'm gonna push it to 3. All right, boom, and then I'm gonna try to push it to like 4. All right, and then boom, I'm gonna try to push it to 5. And so today, I think I started eating around 5:30. Ooh, it's such a challenge, but I work out. The fact that I work out, so I'll do my resistance training, my weight training, my little interval training, and I like working out when I'm fasting. I feel a lot better, and I feel like I get so much more from my workouts. Like, so just and I don't like having the food on my stomach when I'm working out. So that's just something for me that I've learned. I'd rather not have the food on my stomach. I'd rather just use that fat as an energy source and keep it going. Great, it's nice. The Epic Gardener on YouTube is a wonderful instructor. Oh, nice. The Epic Gardener. Okay. Do a spiritual fast. It is good for the soul. You know what? I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna figure out what's gonna work best for me, because I feel that 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 could be a thing. Pink, do you do yoga? No, I don't do yoga. I just, you know what, I gotta stop playing around. I always say it's just not for me, and I don't know why, you know. I feel like yoga's like slow paced, and so I don't know, the pace, it's just slow. I don't know if it's for me. I'm not saying it's not for me. I said I always feel like it's just like it's not for me. And that's me, like, in my head, but it's definitely something I can get into. You know what? If y'all follow me on Instagram, send me some videos. You know what I'm saying? Send me some videos. I'm not gonna cut it out. Send me like a very introductory, very beginner type yoga. And you know, just make a recommendation, and I'm into it. I'm into it. Yoga is very centering. Yes. Try a flow yoga. That might work out better. You would try spin if you haven't already. Girl, what is it, like the spin class? But we can't do that right now, girl. Can't do it. I miss the gym. I miss working out with my trainer. I'm not working out on Zoom. What I do like is the IG lives that I see. Those are good. Bloom Boot Camp. I think the Bloom Boot Camp. I did her workouts 2 weekends in a row. Yes. I miss the gym as well. Like, it hurts. It hurts. I had a whole routine in place, and you know how when God just come through and shake up the place and just nothing was the same? That's how I feel. Nothing was the same. Your hair is amazing. Thank you so much. I water fasted first 14 days. It was easy once you get past the first 3 days. Oh. Hello, in YouTube. I don't want to mess up your name. Let me know. Do a little phonetic situation so I can get that. I'm late. Oh no. Better late than never. Meditation every morning and tea. Ooh, nice. Yes, we love tea. My favorite tea is Harney and Sons green tea. It's the pineapple version. If you want to change your life, Utu. I'm trying. I really am. I fasted for 2 days unintentionally. Just can't. Girl, you trying? I don't like to mess up people's names because that's disrespectful. So, can I call you Jay? I don't know. I just, you know what I'm saying. I want to be respectful. Just got here. I love your voice. That's an odd compliment, but it's true. Thank you so much, Walker Flocka. Yum, where did you get that tea? So you can purchase the tea on Amazon. Harney and Sons. It is, when I tell you, this tea is amazing. It's fragrant. It's perfect. I like the fragrance. The aroma alone is gonna captivate you. If you are someone who is very in touch to like your sense of smell, that's gonna get you. Oh my God, isn't there like a versus on tonight? Isn't there like somebody, is it with 112 and Jagged Edge or something? Girl. The best versus was between Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, and that's on that. Yes, 112 and J. So how is it going? Like, what's going on? Like, is it cute? What's the energy? I feel like they threw this together. When did they announce that Jagged Edge was gonna be doing it? Let me read what y'all saying. It was cute. Then they started doing remixes. Okay, so let me tell you. Tell me what's going on. Who's your pick? 112 and J. Let me think. Who had the bops? Let's Get Married was a banger. Jagged Edge had a bop when they did Let's Get Married. 112. Cute. You know, they had some songs. You know what I'm saying? I love the Babyface versus Riley, girl. I don't know who to pick. Who is who's doing the best right now? I read on IG that 2 of the 112 members weren't going to do it. I thought that meant the entire battle was canceled, but then I got a message from my homegirl saying it was on. So wait, not everybody's on? Woo, child. They just need to let Erykah Badu and Jill Scott do it again. Period. $112 out there looking ridiculous. I'm watching it. Girl. It's 2 people in there for 112 and 3 people for Jagged Edge. They got braids now? Girl. Y'all don't need to hear my commentary. You know, but life comes at you fast. Amen. Peaches and Cream. Only 2 members of 112 are there. All 4 members of JE are there. They are. I only see 3. I know all them beards coming through. Okay. Then why they do 112 like that? They really got hat. That's not. That's 112. That's half of 112. I don't know about that. Yes, Jill Scott and Erykah Badu was a vibe. Yes, I had my incense. I had my oils. I had my my drink. They need to just give Jill and Erykah their time. Keith came in for a little cameo with 112. I will watch later on YouTube. Damn, why they do 112? Oh my God, yes, Pink, can we get a loungewear video? A loungewear video? What kind of loungewear video y'all want to see? Slim holding it down. Shout out to Slim. Are they getting paid for this? Cause somebody tell me, do they get paid for this? Like, is this like a free thing, like, or is this like for the culture? It's 190 people in here. 190K people in this thing. No payment, but they make it up in streams. Okay. 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 She said they're bored. Lord have mercy. What should be the next verses though? What would I want to see? What do I want to see? Let me see. Who would make a hit for me? So how the streams paying the rent though? Okay, come on. Streams. Monica versus Brandy. I'm gonna need them to get it together because that would be a beautiful situation. I'm gonna need Brandy and Monica would do numbers if they would come on and stop playing. More neo soul. I know that's right. Where are you guys watching this? This is on Versus. So VERZUZ TV. Versus TV. Common versus Nas. Common? I don't know. I could see Common and Most Def. I could see. Can we do Q-Tip and what's another one to get the girls together? Q-Tip and who? Who could Q-Tip go against? Oh my God, I would just be. Common and Most Def would be great. Nah, Nas will have to go against Jay-Z. Ashanti versus herself. I know, right? Wait, I would want to see Q-Tip and who? Maxwell. Q-Tip and Maxwell. That's kind of like a different kind of energy. Mm. Mm. Q-Tip and who is... It's coming in my head? No, I would like to see a Tribe Called Quest versus the Roots. Well, Phife Dawg passed away. Maxwell versus D'Angelo. Come on now. That would be it. Joe versus Tyrese. Prayers for Tyrese. Let me see. Maxwell and D'Angelo. That would be a good one. Lauryn Hill and who? Lauryn Hill and who? You know what? Lauryn Hill and who? Who could she even go against? Lauryn Hill got some bobs. India Ari. You know how many hits Lauryn Hill has? Foxy Brown and Eve. What? Brian McKnight and everybody. Wait. Sade. Who's Sade gonna go against? It's gonna be Sade. It's gonna be Sade. Sade is in a category of her own. Lauryn Hill and Jill Scott. So we would have Jill Scott again. That would be vicious. I could say Jill Scott can hold her own. So I would... Talib Kweli. Yes. Talib Kweli. Q-Tip and Talib Kweli. Let's do it. Sade is unmatched. Somebody said throw in the throw in the towel. I'm dying. Please. Let's throw... You know what? Tyrese would be a little bit of a mess. That's why I'm a little nervous about him. I can't think of anyone against Sade. No. Sade. Okay, come on. Music Soul Child and Jill Scott. Music Soul Child, what? And maybe Neo? Music Soul Child, Neo? Okay. Norah Jones versus Sade. Oh, what's that girl named Amel Laurel? Maybe Amel. I don't know how to say her last name. Amel and India Ari could do something. Yeah, Babyface versus Teddy Riley was my fave thus far. Wow. Q-Tip and Talib Kweli. Yes, come through. Come through. We here. Yes, he is wonderful, but would talk too much, Tyrese. Yeah, Tyrese gotta... It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. She said prayers for Tyrese. Come on. Come on. LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes. I don't know if that's a match. Bilal versus D'Angelo. Or what's it, Anthony Hamilton? Who could we do Anthony Hamilton with? He could flow up in there. He could do something, a little something with that. Lauryn Hill and no one. I can't think of anyone. I put the miseducation of Lauryn Hill on this weekend, and I literally let it play from beginning to end. Lauryn Hill in her prime, she was a gift to music, and that's just that. A gift to music. I'm so upset. You know, life is crazy. Just Lauryn Hill is a gift, and that's just that. Anthony Hamilton and Jaheim. Ja Rule versus 50 Cent. I think he already said that's not happening. Genuine and Lloyd, no. Lloyd don't have it. Who? Genuine and maybe Neo. Genuine, because you know Genuine make bedroom music, and Neo does too. It's like they both pretty. I'm tired. Ja Rule versus 50 would be epic, but 50 is mean. He is Yin Yang Twins versus girl. What? Oh, Yin Yang Twins versus the Young Bloods. They ain't got a lot of songs, but still, we could put a few. You know what I'm saying? It could be like a half hour special. Um, 50 Cent is funny too, though. He is. Avant versus Donnell Jones. Oh. 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 Avant versus Donnell Jones. Yes. Neo did a versus with that other producer, Sean something. That was funny as hell. Chris Brown versus Trey Songz. Can Trey Songz really sing? Did we know the answer on that? Ludacris versus LL Cool J. I think y'all just saying anything on this app. Let me say, Pink, what are you doing tomorrow? What am I doing? That's a random question. Avant versus Donnell Jones. Yes, I would. Love me some Donnell. Ooh, say what, say what, say what. Ooh. Neo did a versus with Jonta Austin already for songwriting. Boo. We need more. We need more. The people, we need more. We need more. We want more. Can we get a rope video? Potentially. Potentially. I like a girl group versus. Okay, we thinking different. What girl groups y'all like? Escape versus who? SWV? Did I do that? Escape versus SWV? TLC versus Escape? Versus Black? Girl, didn't one of them members pass away? Destiny Shot, girl, who said that? I'm here for it. Escape versus STV. Y'all heard it here first. If you see it, just know where it came from. Okay, boom. Sean Kingston versus. Y'all just saying anything on this app. Jason Derulo, what is this music? Y'all saying anything on this app. It's really time. Escape versus Total. Ooh, I like that one. Escape versus Total. Can't you get it? Jade and Brownstone. We are family on this. Okay. We need to have a cookout versus. What they need to do is get some of these old heads and bring them back. Escape versus En Vogue, maybe. The Sweetest Pea. I like that. Chris Brown only has more because he puts 78 songs on one album. Okay, period. Chris Brown be giving us album books, like all this, you know, he gives us a catalog. Toni Braxton versus Mariah Carey. Ooh. That would have been good for this weekend. Old heads playing cookout music. Okay, like shout out to 112 and Jagged Edge, but like Jagged Edge, but like we want the range. I'm like, who puts out 100 something songs on one album? Future does too, Lord. That would have been good. Yeah. Mariah is untouchable. Toni Braxton, that would be interesting. A-Marie and Ashanti. You think she got enough songs? A-Marie and Ashanti? Because A-Marie has some bops. Her first album, I bought that. Well, you know, I had somebody buy it for me, but that was good. Yeah, Mariah Carey has too many hits. Toni Braxton would be there. I love A-Marie. Yes, A-Marie and Ashanti. Yo, I'm out here really doing the verses like for them. Like, hire me. One thing is a Forever Bop, and then a remix, because the remix goes hard with Eve. A-Marie would murder Ashanti vocally. Well, you know what? You know, I haven't heard any of them girls sing live, so you know what I'm saying. Let's do it. Listen, I've been drinking this wine. Lil Mama versus Missy Elliott. Now we not gonna not. Jasmine Sullivan versus Fantasia. that's a recipe. Jasmine Sullivan, she get the hairs on the back of your neck to stand up. Okay? She get the hair. Fantasia, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me, okay? Okay, that's a big one. That's a big one. Lil Mama and Lumi D. Lil Mama and Lumi D. The girl who did Jennifer Hudson versus Adele. It's so loud. That's so loud. Let's calm that down. Let's do a little bit of let's do Adele and Lumi D has one hit. Well, you know what? Lil Mama really, you know what I'm saying? What, you know what I'm saying? They can go track for track, or like you know, hook for hook or something like that. Chorus for chorus. Way too loud. Like Adele is like, she gives you soulful kind of energy. Like Jennifer Hudson is belting. She's belting from like screaming. She said quick little 15-minute. I know that's right. This oh wait, Fantasia versus Keisha Cole? Fantasia versus Keisha Cole. What we saying? Fantasia versus Keisha Cole. What we think about that? What about Lettucey and Chrisette Michelle? I don't know the energy towards Chrisette. Mint Condition versus Tony Tone. Ooh, Raphael Sadiq. And who can he go with? Raphael Sadiq could go head to head with D'Angelo, because he got a song with D'Angelo too. That You Should Be Here by Raphael Sadiq and D'Angelo is a banger. Woo. Tamar Braxton and Kiki Wyatt. Why y'all keep doing this? Kiki Wyatt is loud. Tamar Braxton, okay, might be. I thought you said Tony Braxton, but maybe we could put who did you say? Let me see. That might be Kiki Wyatt and Jennifer Hudson, because they just loud. J-Lo, glad it's not live. Listen, let me tell you something. Fantasia would murder Keisha Cole. Y'all think? Keisha Cole can sing. Raphael Sadiq versus Bilal. Okay. Adele versus Sam Smith. We don't have time for him. Didn't he like try to play Michael Jackson? We're not doing that. Try to downplay his catalog. It could go. We could do Adele and Mariah. Which I think is that like K Michelle versus Keisha Cole. Oh, I forgot about K Michelle. That could work. Keisha can actually sing. I love Mint Condition. Oh my God, saw them perform a few years ago. Shantae Moore versus Tamia. Okay, yes. See, now you're speaking. Now you know that you read the room. Shantae Moore and Tamia, they be on the same singing level. It's not like screaming and like, you know. Mary J. Blige versus Keisha Cole. Mary J. Blige got a lot of hits. Mary J. Blige has a lot. Her catalog is extensive. Keisha Cole, she came out with I Don't Love You No More. Mary is Unmatched. I would have to say the same. Mary J would wash. Okay. I'm so sad. Let me listen in. Let me see what they're doing.
Hey, bro, amazing. Y'all go pick that up, man. Amazing record. Hey, man, we're gonna come over there. We'll ride it. We'll pull up. Hey, bro, June 5th, bro. This single right here, man. This is 112. Michael Slayer, June 5th. It's coming, going down right now. It's on the record.
Let's go. Make sure y'all stream 112 and Jagged Edge. Let's help them get their coins. I'ma stream. I'm gonna put. See, if we going to do this, it's only right to bring out Monica versus Brandy. I'm sorry. No, that Monica versus Brandy is it. Mystical and Silk to Shaka. Oh my God. That's not Mystical. Interesting. Mystical. Trina versus who? Trina versus who? Don't say it. Flowetry versus who? What happened to the girl? I'm on an emotional roller coaster. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Vivian Green. I think that's her name. Vivian Green. Charlie Wilson. We gonna make room for him? Let me see. Charlie Wilson and who? Flowetry versus Zayn. They got enough songs? We could do it. Vivian Green. Yeah, Heather Headley. Deborah Cox. Deborah Cox and Jennifer Hudson. But she don't got a lot of songs, but still. Deborah Cox. Deborah Cox. Y'all, I wish I could sing because I would be doing that. No, 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 no. You know. I want Busta Rhymes versus Twista. That fast rapping. That would be a mess. Yes. Kanye West versus Drake. We need you to get back to your seat. Love me some Fiona. She's good too. What is it, Fiona Melanie or something like that? Heather Headley and Angie Stone. I don't like that mix. Angie Stone and India Ari could be more of like a vibe. Kanye versus Jay-Z. That's not gonna happen. Jay-Z ain't getting no damn verses. If he does, that would be interesting, but Busta is low-key unmatched too. Okay. I'm not streaming Jagged Edge. Took our money here in Nashville, sang 3 songs and left when they were really big time. Wow. Okay, so yep, tell us why you mad. Busta and Missy might match. Ooh. Now they are both some creative musicians. I love their work. What we doing? Busta and Missy. I would like that. Stone and India. Yep. Him or Beyonce went on live, they would break the internet. Oh, you know it. Beyonce ain't getting up on them. Beyonce ain't getting up on them. I want to see Lil Wayne and Missy more. Missy already said Mo. You mean she said no? Missy versus Timbaland. Now that would be a vibe. You never know if the price is right. They getting paid off streams. Y'all told me they getting paid off streams. That ain't no money. I mean, I'm not saying there's no money, but like, look at the amount of people in there. 120K, 120,000 people. Apparently it ended. I don't like when they throw it together. They get paid for the views on live. They be capping, but let me step over here. They're gonna start charging us to watch. These battles are getting good, and it brings a comedy when the sound is jacked up. We already know neither B or Beyond or Jay-Z will be on Versus. It's fun to imagine. Okay, it is very fun to imagine. Timbaland versus Missy, their productions, yes. Just Nicole, yes. First of all, I'm not even gonna hold you. Jill Scott and Erykah Badu had way more than that. I think they had like 500 plus thousand. Was it 5 or 700,000 people? Jill Scott and Erykah did numbers. To be expected. To be expected. Those queens are, and their thing went for 3 hours and they held a solid like 500, 700,000. That was the best verses ever. The best. I had the best ever. The best ever. If you get Missy and Rihanna, love Rihanna, but she ain't seeing Beyonce vocally. We gotta be real about that, yeah. I'm still mad I missed Jill and Erykah. Let me tell you something. You missed a show. I had that on from start. I came in a little bit late, but my heart was so warm. It was so full. So much love being shown between them. So much. It was so beautiful. Oh my God. But I gotta go. It was so awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this little kiki. This was definitely, you know, more laid back. But thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see if, yeah. Have a great night. Stay safe. And should I keep this going for June, the month of June? Like, is this something you guys still want me to do? Is this something I should do? And make sure you hit that thumbs up button and kiki in the comments if you're watching this on the playback. Let me know that you're tuned in. Pink, you're such an awesome down-to-earth sis. I'm here to stay. Yes. Glad I put your live. Thank you. Girl, Abby. Y'all say yes. Yes. Okay. Today was a holiday. I'm like, I know it may not be like, but we had a bomb time. We had a nice little kiki. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.